Okay. We gotta add some more pictures. More of my pictures.
Never good enough for you.
There's like no pictures. There's like not even a picture of Princess Leia.
You want Princess Leia?
I mean, seriously, there's not even a picture of Princess Leia in there at all.
What do you want from me?
I mean, seriously, there's like no picture of Princess Leia. I mean, viewers, you guys,
everything, all the quality control. The first time you saw that one, that's really cool. Now it's like we've been playing it, and you're like, it needs Princess Leia. It's not good enough.
I've been telling you this for a while. Like, all the pictures in there are great, but there's like no pictures of Princess Leia. There's even a picture of Dave in there, but there's no picture of Princess Leia.
All right, I'll see what I can cook up.
I'm just
welcome
saying.
Everybody.
Yes,
we got it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
I know, right? I think Maya's late already. I think Maya's late.
I'm want to stream this to my. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try sharing it.
You want me to share it to? You want me to share it to your Facebook?
Yeah. Let me give this a try. Comment. Stream this to your audience, but it wants me to sign on to StreamYard, and I do already.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go to Elk Rack and then share it to your.
Okay, yeah, tag it. Thank you. My laptop's kind of packed up. I would just hotspot it, but I don't know how much you'll do it. Maya's here.
Oh, she is. She's not late.
Well, what's up, Late Night Craft Talk Squad? How have you been? I missed you guys. We missed you all too.
I know it's been craziness. Let's see here.
Yeah, we'll tell you what's up while we weren't live last week or the week before. No, Maya says I'm on time. And so I think we probably have a little explanation, folks. So, do the thing.
So let me finish sharing. You guys share it really quick, and as soon as I'm finished sharing, then we can talk about this because it's a lot to talk about.
Yes, there is a lot to catch up on. What you're seeing right now, folks, is videos from me riding the 60-mile course in the Tour de Palm Springs about 2 weeks ago. That's where my GoPro slipped sideways. There's like almost 4,000 cyclists there. There was a lot of people.
Yes, that looks like a lot of people. It looks like your arm.
Yeah, that's because the GoPro slid in and looked down and went, oh, I better turn it frontwards. I was hitting a lot of bumps. I mean, I didn't get the view on there because I didn't, obviously not going to record it. We rode 60 miles. It took me 4 hours and 22 minutes. But we hit one place. I was looking at just these 1,000 people ahead of me going, holy cow. And there was 4 courses. There was the 100-mile, 80-mile, 60-mile, and 32-mile, and a 7-mile.
So for that, I'm just curious, like, how do you have just a longer course, or you make laps?
No, it's a longer course. It's a big loop. I went out through Palm Springs, Cathedral City, out into by the San Andreas Fault, through the desert, swung down to the Fantasy Springs Casino, where the Thanksgiving Powwow is at. Went over there for a SAG stop, and then rode right through Indio and right through La Quinta, Palm Desert, and Rancho Mirage and Cat City, all the way up to Palm Springs. It was a giant loop.
We have a lot of viewers. We have a lot of viewers on right now watching us. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
If you have never watched our show before, we do this show every week. We talk about all kinds of good stuff. This week specifically, we're going to talk about the Gem Show. We are going to talk about Tour de Palm Springs. But yeah, we haven't been live actually for a bit, and it's kind of a big deal. There's a lot that, we're going to go over, but yeah, this is crazy. We have a lot of people watching. Please comment and say hi. I see people, I see our numbers going all over the place. Please comment, because we actually do see your comments. We love seeing everyone's interactions with our show. It's pretty awesome. So welcome, everyone.
Yep, a lot of fun tonight. I'm actually on the road right now. I'm sitting in the cab of my truck.
Yeah.
Doing the show tonight out in the field.
Yep. That's how dedicated we are, folks. We're so dedicated.
Yep. Svea's done this from lobbies, restaurants. I did it one time from the side of the river, sitting in front of my tent right after Christmas. One time sitting in the kayak. A couple times I've done it sitting in the kayak. I'm actually out.
Yeah.
I see the message. At one point I did the show. This is like third or fourth, fifth time I did it from the cab of my truck. I'm actually bike packing this weekend, even though I'm with my truck, but I'll explain it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we do this. Oh, there. Oh, I know where you guys are. You're actually over by Fantasy Springs right there. The Fantasy Springs Casino. That's the way we go to. That's the way we go to the powwow. Like on the left side, that's where the powwow is.
I knew you'd recognize this right there. This is where one of the sag stopped. This was the halfway point where we had a big old lunch break. Look at all the bike cyclists. These are people from the 180 and 60 mile course.
Wow.
There's a lot, and we're about to see them. And granted, this is like people are just coming and going.
Mm-hmm.
But collectively, probably close to 25 to between 2,500 and 3,000 riders came through here.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Right straight ahead. That is actually the event media the event center for the powwow at Indio.
Exactly.
That's the parking lot. This terrible parking lot. It's super bumpy. Like if I try to take my little cart with all my stuff on it, it's so rough that like it literally drops everything off the rolling cart.
I know I was going bump on the bike.
Yeah.
Which is sitting like 8 feet from me right now.
Yeah.
And there we're off, leaving Fantasy Springs, going up Gulf Center Parkway.
Oh, cool. So I have a question. Those people that are on the bike times two, like, are they cheating because there's two people riding the bike at the same time?
No, different category.
Oh, okay.
What's cool is like in that couple, I was talking to them a little bit between that shot and this shot. The husband's riding, the wife is blind.
Oh, wow.
And he's giving her instructions when to pedal and stuff like that when he's about to brake. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice.
And there was the ambulance that blocked the entrance to the bike path that we all had to go around and do a big detour like what you're seeing here.
Uh-huh.
Because they're there to for safety, but they were blocking the bike path to get on there. So everybody had to freaking detour through this neighborhood.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Which is crazy right here. This is part of my regular riding route I do a couple times a week when I do like 30, 40 miles.
Mm.
So part of the route was, I'm like, I know this place. Riding through the park, getting back on the bike path.
Was everyone going through the park?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Look at all those bikes up on the hill. That's where I'm headed.
Okay.
Coming back, going up. This is a bike path called the CV Link. And somebody's shining a flashlight near me. Oh, okay, they went away. Coming over. Lots to catch up on, folks. We'll be talking about this. Tell a little fun story from it. Well, let's say an entertaining story that's kind of like a lesson of don't be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then some fun last weekend, too. Actually, when I was on the river last weekend, too, guiding. That's why we weren't live. Minute and 52 seconds, folks. Tucson Gem Mineral Show tonight. And here we are going on a bridge. You know what you find under bridges and washes?
Trolls.
Maybe, but lots of graffiti.
Actually, it looks like a skateboarding area. You could skateboard that area.
The kids do
it. So Maya's asking, how long did this ride take you, James?
4 hours and 22 minutes on the bike.
Wow.
And I was on a gravel bike, not a road bike. My bike is not designed for speed. It's designed for durability and multi-terrain. Mm-hmm. There are road bikes, even people are going like, had already ridden 90 miles. They're zipping past me on the uphills. I'm just like, yeah, I'm still in the game though. All right, look at the bridge. Look at the bridge. Look at the thing.
That's really cool. Like it looks like it's running.
Yeah. Oh, this is Fred Waring near my house. This was on the news when it first got painted.
That's cool.
I totally wanted to show this tonight. And then it turns into a raven. I ride by this bridge like 3 or 5 times a week.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I love that. And just that was
it's nice for there to be art out in the world.
Oh, heck yeah. All right, here is the ending. This is the last couple hundred yards. There's a local high school band and cheerleaders cheering everybody in. They do a great job at this. And it's almost time for a countdown because we're about to pass the finish line, and it's almost time for us to count down to start the show.
I'm sorry.
At 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1. Let's start the show.
Go time.
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea and James Hermes. On this week's show, the Tucson Gem Mineral Show. Did you know that I have a rock collection? It has a lot of sentimental value. It's time to start the show.
Dun, dun. Sentimental value.
Oops.
Where am I at? Here we are. Hi, folks.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. I hope you enjoyed the opening. We actually just have been enjoying the heck out of this, and it's a lot of fun. And anyway, if you have not watched our show before, please like and subscribe and share this show with your friends. We do this show every Friday night, and we are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. Follow our channels, and you'll be notified of these lives. Not on Instagram, but on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah, so, Instagram's a little problematic to stream to.
We've been working on it. We've been working on it, but it's not always like. Anyway, welcome. So we do the show every week, and we like to chat about all kinds of important things. We have guests on every once in a while, and that's pretty much what our show's about. Hey, James, what's going on with Elk Rack Traders?
Not a lot to report right now. Been working on drums, getting ready for POW season for us, POW and rodeo season, which starts up in just about 6 weeks for us. We start going out. We'll be at Lakeside Rodeo end of April, so a couple months. Otherwise, we are still, except last night, at Palm Springs Village Fest on Thursday nights. We weren't there last night because it was raining and really windy.
But you went there because it was rainy and windy. That's why you went there?
That's why I didn't go.
Okay.
It was not worth it last night. That storm came through. It dumped a bunch of snow. There's a lot of snow in our local mountains, which is fantastic because we've been needing it badly.
Yeah.
But which also means that like the snow's gonna be there and the weather's really warming up by like 10 or 15 degrees. I'm going to the snow with my bike on Sunday. I'm going bike skiing thingy. Anyway, not much really to say with Elk Rack. We're building up. This is the time of year I'm able to spend a lot of time on a really extensive art, and we'll be showing that as we get closer to middle of March and April. We'll be showing that here on Late Night Craft Talk. Otherwise, that's about what's going on with Elk Rack right now. But I bet there's a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of things tonight. It's all going to be about Dancing Bear tonight, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Current events, we are going to be at the Long Beach Powwow coming up in a couple weeks. It's March, I think it's like the 14th and 15th. It's the second weekend of March. We're going to be at that powwow. And then we're going to be at the ASU powwow in April, which is the 17th, 18th, 19th, I think. And then we're assuming we're going to be going to Stanford powwow. It's always assuming because we do have our application in, but it's a juried show. So we'll know by mid-March if we're 100% going to Stanford. We always hope to get in because Stanford's a great powwow for us and people expect us and hope for us to be there. So, yeah, that's what's going on. And going back to the reason why we didn't just show last week or 2 weeks ago was because the week that I came back from Japan, I did a show on Friday night. On Saturday, we drove to Tucson, and we were shopping in Tucson, doing our Tucson shopping on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to leave on Wednesday. On Tuesday, towards the end of the day, I started to not feel very well. And it was just getting really exhausted. And so we went back to the hotel room. We cut the shopping day short, like around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. We stopped early, which usually we would shop until 6 p.m. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I need to go to the hotel and rest and then get ready for our live showcase of all the gemstones and all the Tucson items we bought. And I started to get really cold and I started to not feel good. So I canceled the show, that live, because I just wasn't feeling good. And I was really feeling terrible. I was like, wow, like maybe I have COVID. I ordered like a COVID test. I was negative. I was feeling like I was coughing and I feel like a little bit of tightness in my throat and my nose was running. I was sneezing. I was not feeling good, folks. And I had a low fever. I didn't have COVID, but I was feeling really terrible. And I actually ended up telling Robin, who was with us, it was my mom, Robin, and I were on the trip together. I told her, like, I just want to drive home on Wednesday morning and I just want to go to the ER when I get back home because I don't feel right. So when I came home on Wednesday, I went to the ER and I was told that I have pneumonia and I have sepsis. And I had gotten some kind of infection that developed from our trip to Japan. And I think I probably caught it from my mom, the pneumonia, because she was drinking on my water all the time because she wasn't carrying her water. I was carrying my water. And so I was I got admitted to the hospital. And so on Wednesday, I was in the hospital. Thursday, I was in the hospital. Friday, I was released to home hospital care, but it was still considered being in the hospital, even though I was at home. So I was at home and they released me the following Friday. So I literally was in the hospital under hospital care for a week and a half. And the weekend after I was out, James was actually on a trip, on a boating trip. So it just was like, there was just no way I could have done that
You
trip.
had a yo-yo between Tucson and Japan, 2 weeks in Japan. You had a yo-yo 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Wow. Yeah. Well, fun.
I'm just returning to work. I'm just catching up with a lot of things that I haven't been able to deal with for like a few weeks. And it's been insane because literally the 13th of February would have been a month from when I left Japan. So it's almost like I was gone for almost a whole month from my work.
Yeah, a lot going on. We were going to be live on the 6th, but with Svea having to go into the hospital, we just said it's not going to happen. I didn't have a show lined up. We were supposed to do the Tucson Gem Mineral Show that night.
Yeah.
Of course, we moved it to tonight, our next live, because we promised to bring it to you. And a lot of you love it when we do this every year. We talk about that Tucson Gem Mineral Show. So wasn't in the cards a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And, we just didn't have anything. Usually we have something we can bring in last minute if things change. It's going to be one of the two of us. We have plans, but it just was not hacking out that 2 weeks ago. And then last week I was on the river. I was hosting a local scout troop out of Coachella Valley on Picacho, which y'all love to see pictures of that, and they are coming.
Yeah.
And so, but we're here back and I'm in the field. I'm actually, should we let's do catch up?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So I'm actually, technically I'm bikepacking. I'm actually over a place called Lake Cahuilla County Park. And it's about 9 miles from my house. And I'm at what's called a Boy Scout camporee where a lot of local troops come together. We have troops from Blythe and Idlewild down here camping, and I'm the medic this weekend. It's only 18 miles from my house, but I decided, this is a good opportunity to go over and go bikepacking. So I'm sitting in my truck. My campsite's right there, but I dropped off my truck at like 2:30 this afternoon. Got a ride. My mom picked me up, took me back to the house, and then I got on the bike and actually bikepacked out here with all my camping gear. My campsite's just 15 feet to, outside my truck right over here with my tent, and everything I brought for the weekend is there. I'm only reason the truck is because I have some program material and the first aid stuff in there for it. So a little convoluted. That's why I'm sitting in my truck tonight. And Svea gets the blessings of running media tonight while James looks at his phone.
Yes.
And occasionally I want to take my GoPro and take selfies at this. This is what we look like right now.
Yes.
You can tell details. It's looking to screen to screen. Picture time?
Sure. You're going to take
So,
a selfie
folks,
right now?
tour to Palm Springs. There's a couple stories we're sharing on this one.
Okay, let me go to that area where I've
Okay.
laid down towards.
So while we're doing this, we're going to start with Tour to Palm Springs. That is an annual ride that has provided over $7 million over its almost 30-year history to local charities here in the Coachella Valley. And it's my second year riding in it. Last year I did the 32-mile course. This year I actually got a gravel bike, not riding it on a mountain bike. And I did the 60. I want to do the 80, but there was a lot going on. I didn't need to beat the tar out of myself, but did the 60-mile course, which is the furthest by 21 miles I've ever ridden a bike in a day. Next year I'm shooting for the 80 or the century mark, doing the 100. Got to train for it, but that is the farthest. And I was dogging it the last 5 miles pretty good, but it was a heck of an experience. Usually I don't ride with groups. I'm not a groupie like that, but the experience alone of being amongst all those cyclists going through my stomping grounds was pretty darn cool. But we got some few pictures to show from that and a story we're sharing that's kind of a good moral lesson. This is my GoPro just turned off. This is one of the SAG stops right there. This is actually at a Lowe's in Rancho Mirage. I wish you should have got a better angle, but there's a lot of bikes. There's probably 300 bikes in that picture. You know, all the people up there. There's a lot of them. This is where everybody stops here. All the short courses, the long courses right here. This is the turning around point for the 32-mile.
Let me know when you're the next picture. Okay.
Ready. Just ran a picture of going over. That's probably about 15 miles into it. Just a cool picture to show some of the people around. Let's see the next one. That's me after I finished. I had just finished the course. 60 miles on the bike. Then I'd ride a mile, go meet my ride. But
I hope it's not, I'm sorry. It might be out of order. I'm sorry.
That's cool. That's cool.
You know, for the next
and
one.
Then let's go to the next one. That's me after the ride. I rode over to go meet my ride. That's me in the tight biking shorts. That's so fun to share. But the really cool one is the actual beginning. This is at 9 o'clock in the morning, or 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when our group started. There is, looking forward right there and behind me, 1,300 riders.
Wow.
In the 60-mile course, and ride right through them. I'm about 3/4 of the way up of this group, and it was just a lot of bikes. It was really cool. So I think that should be the last of those photos. Is there one more? Yep, that's the SAG stop. That's Fantasy Springs Casino. That's where the 60, 80, and 100-mile course were all coinciding and get their free lunch. I paid that money and did all that ride so I get my free PB&J.
Nice.
And bananas and pizza.
Okay, so that's
there was
the
a
last
smorgasbord
one.
there. That should be the last one. Okay. So the story from this one, met a lot of really cool people. We're all there to ride, but there are your riding clubs that I've been warned about, and I've had a couple experiences with, which are the self-declared elites.
There are two more. Do you want to share those?
Yeah, what the heck? We'll slam through them right quick.
Okay, hold on, Zane. I just looked here and I'm like, oh shoot, there are two more.
Oh, if people watch the countdown, they got to see a lot of the course.
Yes. Okay. I guess this is your snack. Hold on, let's see.
I try to. Oh God, dude, this is cool to look at. So that when I got to Fantasy Springs, this is how I ate. I collected my food. I didn't have a bowl, and there was a bunch of food there, and like little Dixie cups of raviolis and stuff like that. A smorgasbord. I laid my bike down on the lawn and went, "How am I going to hold this bicycle helmet?" So that's how I collected it. And the next one's even better. That's how I get. That's how I was eating my pizzas, my slices of pizza on the back rack.
Wow.
Do what you got to do. Makes a good little table, good little mini picnic table.
Yeah, that does.
Okay. Story time.
Okay.
So I had to play medic James during the ride. So we're about a little more than 40 miles into the ride. We're actually at the bridge with all the cool drawings and animation. This is probably about half a mile beyond that. I'm going along and I see this guy, he's kind of swerving like this. I'm like, that dude's tired. And we hit this little bump on the road, and he takes it wrong, kind of starts swerving, clips the tire of the guy in front of him. That guy luckily recovers, and the dude goes down, and he's right in front of me. I had to start hitting the brakes going, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I don't need to fall again. So guy goes down. He hit pretty hard. I get off my bike real quick, go over, check the guy out, and start, hey, you doing okay? Because he hit good. We want to check him for neck injuries. And the guy, another person came over to assist, who happened to be an ER doc out of near LA. And that guy was cool. So we're checking him out. And he's like, is my bike okay? We're like, your bike's okay. So we help him up and go over, and we get his bike out the street. It's obvious the guy's pretty darn dehydrated, but he's all like, he's thinking clearly. He can say the name and date and all that stuff, know who he is. So we get him over the sidewalk, and we're having him start to drink, just to rehydrate. And I went, hey, can I check your shoulder for injuries? Because sometimes you cannot feel injured, but you might have broke something. So I go over, I feel the guy like this. I start feeling, and then his eyes go like this. And he's over. And I'm like, oh, the dude's fainting. For a split second, I got to admit, I wonder if I got right the Vulcan nerve pinch. That's the one where Spock goes like this and people faint.
Yeah.
Pass out. So the goes over. I'm calling for a couple people to come over, help me. I'm bracing the guy's neck. We lay him down. He's out for like almost 10 seconds fainting, folks. That's actually a pretty long time when you faint. And he wakes up. He's like, well, I'm on the ground. You fainted? Are you sure? Yes. I feel okay. I went, you fainted. And you were out for almost 10 seconds. And luckily, no sign of concussion or anything like that. We get the guy in an ambulance. They come over, they check him out. I give a report. Ambulance loads him up. I make arrangements for exchange numbers so they can get his bike up to Palm Springs and everything. So it's all good. Did my good turn. Now, Andrew, I mentioned the riding clubs. Some of them can be very elite or self-declared elite. And let's just say, you ever heard the term, if your nose is so far in the air that if it rained, you drowned? That was these guys. So I'm back on the bike. I start getting up speed. Mind you, it's already in 40 miles. I'm tired. So I'm start getting up speed. Not even 20 seconds back on the bike. This club goes by. They're all in their matching jerseys. And folks, because I rode out here, I haven't changed yet. I'm still wearing my jersey right now from when I rode over here in my neon jacket here for cycling. Matter of fact, never mind. So I get back on the bike, and here comes the club in their matching jerseys and fancy bikes that, let's just say, if I took them all, I could probably pay my tuition at PA school. And they go by, and this guy goes, nice bike. And everyone else goes, oh. And that is how the dude said it and how they laughed. And when they went by, I just got dissed by Thurston Howell and his posse. That's how they sounded. And I'm like, dude, what the heck I just got dissed by Thurston Howell. So the funny part is they sound like a freaking character from Gilligan's Island. The other part is it's so pitiful what they did considering what I just got done doing that karma's going to be hard on them probably on that. And the other part is, folks, never be that guy or them. And don't you have a club that treats people like that? But it's so sad. I think it's hilarious. So that's the story.
James knows how I feel about this. This makes me really mad.
Oh, so Svea's livid over this.
Tremendously mad because, for one thing, they have no idea what that person had gone through to get there. One, who knows? Maybe this person is writing for a really good cause, or who knows? You know, I mean, it's just the fact that they're being like that when the whole event is about the love of bicycling and riding bikes. It's meant to be a positive experience. And these a-holes, come and try to diss someone because their bike isn't as nice as theirs, or they didn't spend as much money on this or that. That makes me so mad because it's just like you're out there and you're doing it. You're not some random person on the side of the road that's just standing there staring.
Stop, help somebody that was obviously in distress, as well as doing a personal best, and all these people crap on it,
Yeah.
there's always one in every crowd. I was in a kayak race over at Lake Havasu about, I don't know, like 11, 12 years ago. And I came in third place. The guy that came in first had this beautiful carbon fiber kayak. And he was super elite, had this background. And he killed it. He killed it. When he got up, he got over to the finish line. He hops out of his boat. He's like, right there, as in, come kiss me. I am holy. Come kiss my ring. I have won. And when I pulled in, I had people coming up and taking pictures of me and stuff, and I'm cracking jokes, and he's looking at me like, why are they paying attention to him? Well, I'm just, I'm wearing a funky hat and I'm cracking jokes the whole time. And he asked me later, why the heck do people come up to you? I won the race. I should have got the attention. Went, you're an a-hole. That's why. So, way it goes.
Yeah, but I just was telling James, you guys didn't hear me because this was in our private conversation, but I was just saying that, like, I used to love going onto the docks, like on the harbor docks, because no matter what size boat you had, everyone was so nice to each other, because guess what? They're all boating. They all have that commonality of loving to be on the ocean and loving to be on boats and, taking boats out, and just that whole thing, that camaraderie of, loving that hobby they're in. I'm just surprised, because I would have expected that to be in bicycling, because it's the same thing. Like, people, it doesn't matter what kind of bike you have, you're all out there doing the same thing. You're all out there doing it. And that's why, and I've seen a totally, very supportive, welcoming community. And to hear that makes me so mad, because like I said, it is about the love of that activity. And it doesn't matter what kind of bike you have, what kind of clothing you're wearing. It's for the love of the activity. That's where I get so mad, because that's the most important. That is the most important. So anyway.
I believe you agree too. So yeah, most sporting activities or anything where you have a group setting like that, the average, and by far most people are there that if you're cool and you're doing this for the love of it, you're there for the same reason. You have a commonality, you have something to talk about. It's a great place to make new friends and meet new people. And that's always the attitude. But even the most welcoming powwows, like, we can speak from experience here, even the most welcoming powwows there's always to some degree will be that guy or that person that will poop on the parade. They'll be like, I have fancy beadwork, look at me. And I'd won first place in my family's powwow when I was the only dancer there. And it's the same thing. We'd be, horseback riding, biking, boating, whatever, being on the water. You're there for the love of it. But you always have somebody that's got something. They feel they got something to prove. And, wanting to be liked is actually a trauma response.
Yeah.
And that's what some people do. The nth degree to show themselves up and show their identity and who they are. And don't be that guy. Other than that, that's that story. River trip.
Yeah. So maybe should I share some Tucson photos? And so we'll take turns?
Let's do that. We'll come back to the river trip. I've already bogarted too much time on this. We definitely want to see Tucson.
Okay, so let me get over to that place so I can show you guys the pictures. But yeah, oh my gosh, when we went to Tucson, man, we saw some of our, so we were really excited about all the stuff we got. There was a lot of new stuff that we got, and we we're just going to our different vendors and they had a whole bunch of different things that we've never seen before. And I was like, we need to stock up on this. So let me get the first thing going. Come on, show me my thing so I can share. Ugh, no, wrong one. This one. Sharing the screen. Wrong one. Facebook. There we go. So I'm just basically going to reshare these photos that we have. These are actually really popular right now. These ones are they they're a
That's a Hishi. Those are Hishi?
yeah, but they're made out of polymer clay.
Seriously?
Yeah, and so they have a whole bunch of colors, like a ton of colors. They have like solid colors, and they have these mixes. And the one on the blue one actually
I gotta
has
sneeze. I'm gonna step away from it because I just gotta sneeze.
the blue one has like a gold finish on it. And so we're like, wow, these are so cool. I just was flipping out because like so cool. And I've seen them on a bunch of bracelets that people make where they put like some letter beads in front, and then they put these beads around, and they're a great inexpensive filler. And so I just got really excited about them. I ended up buying a bunch of them, and they had these, which is really cute. They had a whole bunch of strands of all these, just like, oh, they were just so cute. We were like, oh, because the previous year we bought ones with like Pikachus, little rabbits, and we saw all these, and this was at our other supplier. We're like, oh my gosh, look at those eyeballs, look at the stars, the paw prints, the hearts, the yin and yang, the happy faces, the Halloween. We were just flipping out because everything they had was just really fun and cute. And we're like, oh, this is great for the kids stuff. This is more. I mean, look at how cool these are. They had lots of color collections, and like these are some more with like the rainbow finish on. That was like a gold finish on it, and like I said, polymer clay beads, and they're so cool. These ones, even these are a polymer clay bead, and these are like almost like a barrel. It was like I think it's like an 8x6 or 6x8 size. And then these were like kind of like a rondelle, like a turquoise color rondelle. Like we're like, these are so cool. Look at these, have a gold finish on them. And then okay, these ones are pretty cool. So these ones are, I think it was a jasper. It was a type of jasper, and then these crystals in between. So we got these. I haven't even put these. There's just been so much stuff that we've got in. It's been crazy. But these ones are a real gemstone, and these ones are a Chinese crystal, and they're just such a pretty chain. Look how beautiful those are. You can make a necklace, you can make a bracelet, you can do so much with this, like, which I was really just amazed by, because I was just like, these are so cool. James is missing. I was like, why isn't James commenting? He like totally just walked off. But yeah, like I saw these and just flipped out because I was just like, these are so cool, and the prices are very reasonable. And then these ones are just Chinese crystals. So we have like a kind of an opal blue, and we have like a smoked topaz, and this one's like an opal turquoise, and it's smaller. So these ones are like 6 millimeter. These are like 4x6, and these are like 3x4 size crystals. But they're already made. So like I said, it's super easy. You could make a necklace like in a second, or a bracelet in a second. We got these freshwater pearl strands. These are the nicer strands. These ones are 28 and these ones are 32. These are definitely a lot nicer. But we've had a lot of people asking for the freshwater pearls. These ones are a little less expensive. These ones are $12 each, but they're so cool. Like, I mean, freshwater pearls, you know? So those are pretty cool. And these ones actually are, I didn't put a note on this. This one,
That's gorgeous color turquoise. That's turquoise.
Yeah, I think these are actually magnesite. I think they're imitation turquoise.
Okay.
So what's nice about it is that I believe they're like about a size. They're a pretty decent size, and they look like turquoise. Like they're just so pretty, and they're really nice
expensive.
quality. Yeah, really not expensive. Whoops.
I got a quick question. Are you not seeing any more dyed howlite as turquoise?
It is magnesite is
turquoise. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Magnesite and howlite's the same thing. It's nice to have an inexpensive option for people, because turquoise can be so expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so we just found a whole bunch of really nice round beads. This one, I think they called it, was it rainbow jasper?
Yes.
This is rainbow jasper. This is, I think, fancy jasper. This is hematite, I think. It might be a man-made hematite. But we were just really excited about all these. And then we got a whole bunch of leaves because we have a ton of flowers, and we wanted to make a lot of make the wire wrap trees and the wire wrap trees and the succulent plants and flowers with the wire. So this is like, we got a bunch of different of these leaves for classes and things coming up in the store. These are just really cool. These are all these previous ones, these are all Czech glass. So these are all made in Czech Republic.
That's all Czech glass, really?
Yeah. These
Remember
ones,
they used to make the bomb crow beads.
Yeah, these ones are tulips, and they're Czech glass. I mean, it's so much fun to shop for this stuff. And these ones, oh my gosh, we were excited about these. These are all Czech glass bead chains. So they come like this, already with the beads on it. So you can make necklaces, bracelets, whatnot, and they're already put together for you. You can connect it together. You can do all kinds. I mean, it's so much fun. Like, this stuff's really, there's so much you can do with it. Here's some more leaves. So we got, these are all Czech glass as well. These are the prices, by the way. It's like $3 for a strand here. And like, these are $5. These are like flower petals, and these are a pink color. They're just, oh man. When we were shopping for these, we're just flipping out because there were just so many cool like leaves and flower petals, and we just went crazy on them because, like I said, there's so many different things you can do with these things. And we have like the flower beads, but yeah, these are like the focals. They're huge. Some of them are like 30 millimeters. The biggest maybe are 40 millimeters.
Those are big.
And people like to wire wrap these. So each of the squares on these boards are all 1 inch. So if that gives you an idea of how big they are, but these are perfect for wire wrapping. And we haven't had a lot of stones for wire wrapping in a while. So we were kind of excited about getting some of these back in the store because we haven't been shopping from our local gemstone supplier as much. These are all I think these are all magnesite or howlite. Yeah, imitation turquoise. These are only $10 a strand. I mean, that's a great price if you just want something that's inexpensive, because strands like this turquoise will cost you like $75 to $100 per strand.
Oh yeah, I know. I bought some back in January. It's getting expensive. Yeah,
so this is a really great way to get turquoise, a turquoise look, and not the turquoise price. That's one thing that we were really excited about. These are some of our abalone strands, each style that we got. The abalone is just beautiful, and I wanted to buy all of it, but I couldn't afford to buy all of it because abalone in itself is also what? Yes, you did.
It's getting harder and harder. I love those I love those square ones.
Yeah, aren't they cool? And these ones are, and this is a shape that's really popular right now. The bows, like a bow tie.
Yeah.
That's really popular right now. We got butterflies, bow ties, and peace symbols. I thought those were cool. And then we got the hishi, which those are kind of cool.
These remind me somewhere around here. I got my bow tie.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought
Here's my bow tie.
Look, I thought these were really cool for wire wrapping.
I'm gonna wear the bow tie.
Okay.
I got my bow tie.
A fossilized stone that you can wire wrap.
That's cool.
Right.
What do you think about a copalite choker?
What is the copalite? Is it poop?
Yes, it's fossilized poop.
Choker. Literally, you're gonna make a poop choker.
Yes. If I find the beads and I make a copalite choker, would you wear it on the show?
No. You're more than welcome.
Wendy, would you wear it on the show? Or a copalite necklace. Put it that way. I'll expand it. Wendy, let us know if you wear it.
These are actually really fun.
Maya would do it.
These are all magnesite howlite turtles. And we've been selling these for a year now, and people really like them. And I love all the colors on them. They're just really cute. People make bracelets for kids with them. This is back to the, I don't know if this is recycling through the photos. It's recycling through the photos. So that's a good chunk of the Tucson things that I didn't really get a chance to talk about and just get excited about, because let me tell you, we just love that stuff. And I didn't even get pictures of all of the other things we got. We really focused on getting a bunch of the Chinese crystal, because we actually really, really, really sell the Chinese crystal well. And a couple of our suppliers, they're not very responsive with us trying to reorder throughout the year. And so I can only order from them one time a year. It's like, come on, people. I have their phone number. I call them.
Let's be a business. I'm going to come over and look, I got money to spend. Here's my money. Money. Oh, we're once a year.
I could show you all the text messages. I'm just like, and I went there and I said, I sent you text messages. Look, can I order? Can you get back to me? I want to order. I want to spend money. Call me, text me. I want to spend money.
No kidding. Hey, how do I look with my neon jacket for writing and a bow tie?
You look like you're ready from some serious business.
Bow ties are serious business. And now I want an abalone bow tie.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, it's exciting. Anyway, we had so much fun just wanting to buy. And there was just so much to pick out, and there's only so much we can spend. There isn't a new source, Maya. She's like, time for a new source. There isn't another source.
These are limited.
Okay, let me tell you. We buy the micro CZs from them, and they're the only ones that have a good price and they have the quantity.
Hey, I'm looking at a comment from Wendy. Bad time to interrupt?
Go for it.
Wendy says, and no, I wouldn't wear the Copalite necklace. I work with enough turds. Semper Fidelis. She works with the Marine Corps. Wendy, if I did as a Copalite headband, will you wear that? Maya would do it. Okay.
A poo head. Then you're telling her she would be a poo head. Seriously.
What, a Copalite bracelet? I'm going to keep on throwing it out there in different ways.
Poo arm.
Poo wreath?
Poo arm.
Copalite Christmas ornament? We'll wait for the answers.
Yeah. So, this one, let me show you. So this is kind of a special thing.
Oh, that's cool. This
is a bracelet that's made with beads that were given to me from my friend who passed away. She was part of the tulip. There's a tulip on there. So this is the bracelet I've been wearing since January. I wore it to Japan, so it's been to Japan. And Wendy says, thanks, Svea. I wouldn't be a poop head either.
Poop. Well, what about the poop with the Copalite bracelet?
No.
But let Wendy answer for herself. Maya would do it. Can I show a bracelet?
Yes, show a bracelet. Do you have a
So I have. I carry this around like when I go riding and stuff like that, just luck. But this is a bracelet. What's called? I think these are sea pearls, is what they're called. Small crystalline pearls, but I actually got this and I got to restring it because it just came off a few days ago. I usually wear this, never take it off. But the story behind this is kind of like your friend right there, which is just makes it all the more awesome. Is I was on the Green River, actually the Colorado River, below the confluence of the Green, and camped at a place called Upper Spanish Bottom. I've talked about this. I've done trips during the show and talked about it. And it's way out in Canyonlands National Park, way out there. And back about 2015, 2016, somebody dropped some trash in the river, and I actually swan dived in the river and swam out there and grabbed the little chip bag that was floating away and swam back to shore so we wouldn't be littering. And she's like, you did all that for a chip bag. I went, we don't want to litter out here. We don't want to be part of the problem. And she was so awesome with it that she gave me this. I earned this from picking up trash by swimming into a rushing river to pick up a chip bag. I'm a strong believer in not littering. So I've only restrung it like 3 times over the years, and still kind of cool to talk about it. So we talk about little things we keep for keepsake, and I can't forget my lucky stone from the Yellowstone.
Yes. Okay.
I get from Eastern Montana.
James,
I think it's cool to share.
I said nuh-uh, meaning I won't wear poop necklace, anything. And then Wendy says, can't think of anywhere I would wear a poop accessory on purpose.
I'd give you $1.
I don't.
Wait. Wendy, would you wear a copalite necklace with turquoise and abalone
for $1?
And no, triple dog dare you.
This guy. So, but this trip to Tucson, it's you know what? It seems like every year there's always some kind of issue or something happens when I go to Tucson.
Statistically, there's got to be a point that it works out.
I know, because I think actually last year, was the first year. Did anything happen last year?
Yes. Change up it.
Yes. Okay, listen. Okay, let me reflect back on the Tucsons and all the issues we had. Okay, so this last year, I actually came down with being really sick at Tucson. The previous year, my mom forgot and took all the medicine out of the bag that I packed for her. So she didn't have any of the medicine she needed for our trip. We were going to be gone for 4 days. We had to go to the ER. That's how I know in Tucson, there are no 24-hour pharmacies. Because I was trying to have
I think there would be in Tucson.
Our healthcare was going to write us a prescription and we could pick it up at any pharmacy. But guess what? Everyone was closed. So the only way to get the medication was we literally had to go to the ER. Okay. So moving back one. Okay. So moving back one. I think that year was okay. Moving
back.
I'm looking back every year. So I think the previous year was okay. Trying to think if there's anything. And then the previous year, Mochi bit my friend. And the previous year, then there was COVID. And then previous year, Bambi died. So yeah, no, I've had a lot of traumatic experiences.
We're talking pre-late night craft talk era now. There actually is a time before us.
Yeah.
It sounds like me for like umpteen a bunch of years, like almost 20 years. Every Christmas, something would happen. I might get a busted tooth. A lot of times I get sick right before Christmas, and I'm spent Christmas lying in bed. It was like every other. It started occurring that it would be every other Christmas something would happen. And what I did is I finally I started doing river trips on Christmas, and when those things happen, generally nothing happens. I mean, I was gone 6 years without that every other year curse going on, because we hit the other year. I'm like, wait for the other shoe to drop. Boom, get sick. Something else happens.
Yeah.
Screws the holiday. So I'm thinking if you change up your routine before or right before or at Tucson.
So this next year is going to be a change. This next year is going to change because we're actually going to be set up at a space representing and selling tulip needles.
Maybe that's the change you need on this one. And wear a bow tie.
I already have the space, the vendor space. We're going to be in. So this is, mega news for everyone. We're going to be in Tucson next year at 2B True Blue, and we're going to be selling our tulip needles at that show. We're going to be selling them retail, and we're also going to be talking to anyone who is interested in selling them wholesale by means of a store.
Very cool. That's awesome. And this is the first I'm learning about that. I'm looking at Wendy's latest comment.
I know.
Other than it sounds like the pharmacy's up here in 29 Palms, the same urgent, but no matter how you polish a poop, you can't pick it up by the clean end.
It's never good. Like there is no way.
All right.
just like AI, when you asked AI if you could actually make jewelry out of poop, and it's like, we don't recommend you make jewelry out of poop. It's not seen.
I'm going to ask Google right now. Right, hold on. I'm going to ask Google. I'm going to hold my phone up to the speaker of the phone. Can I make jewelry out of coprolites?
Yes, you can absolutely make jewelry using the bulbs or parts from string lights.
Oh, it says I can make jewelry out of the bulbs or parts of string lights.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to turn up the volume.
Okay.
Where's the volume?
I don't know where your volume is on your watch.
I'll just repeat what it says. Wait, here's the volume. So, media? Okay, it's supposed to be up. Anyway, let's ask him one more time. Can I make jewelry out of poop? Yes, people make jewelry from poop, specifically using fossilized poop, coprolites, or animal droppings like moose poop that are dried, lacquered, or coated to be hard and odor-free. It is possible.
Why?
No mess with tradition.
Why? It
Why
doesn't
not?
make sense to me.
Would you wear a dinosaur part?
No.
Like, say, a T-Rex tooth?
No.
Wendy, would you wear a T-Rex tooth necklace? Let's wait 15 seconds on that one. Caroline Blackwood just reacted to the reel. Oh, cool. Hi, Caroline. Now, would you wear a dinosaur, a T-Rex coprolite and tooth necklace? We're gonna go on and on about it. I'm gonna burn this house to the ground on this subject.
Yes, you're burning it to the ground big time.
Well, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
So
then
the
light I'm looking at.
This May, I'm actually going to be set up at the H&H America's trade show in Chicago, and I'm going to be there representing tulip needles, and we're going to be selling tulip needles to wholesale companies like stores and whatnot. So that's kind of exciting. I'm going to be doing trade shows.
So, which is way cool. I love it. When you walk by somebody selling some needles or whatnot, will you walk by going, nice needles?
No.
Okay, good.
I just tell people that when they buy our needles, they're buying the best needles. And because the tulip needles are just, actually, I didn't get a chance to talk about this. I don't think I talked about it. So when we went there, the one really cool thing about the company is they really, really care about the product they make. They care about their employees. They treat
in our conversations with that, I totally impressed.
They treat everyone so kind, and all of the executives there are very humble, and they talk with everyone in the company. Everyone is considered equal. No one is considered below. And it doesn't matter if they're the lowest, position in the company. They are all very important. And I really love that about Tulip Needles. So Maya, Tulip Needles, the company that we're selling the needles wholesale.
Sorry.
That's the needles. They're not like, we're a bead shop.
I'm looking at Wendy's comment. Bring up Wendy's comment.
Okay, so for one thing, I'm going to bring up a couple things.
Okay.
Maya says, I will wear a shark tooth. Caroline says, I wouldn't wear anything poop.
Oh, you pooper. You party pooper.
Wendy says, that's different. I would wear teeth, but not T-Rex poop. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than me. And then Maya says, wait, needles for what? And Caroline said beading. So the the tulip needles can be used for quilting, like hand quilting. It can be used for sashiko, which is a type of embroidery. It can be used for embroidery, like hand embroidery. It can be used for needlepoint. It can be used for cross stitch. It can be used for sewing, like actually hand sewing, like buttons on, or when you're tailoring and you're making, you're trying to sew layers of fabric together so that you can sew them together with a machine. A lot of the tailors will actually use like a running stitch to put things together versus pinning them, because it's easier to put the fabric together that way sometimes, and it doesn't destroy the fabric like pins, and then you can run it through the machine. You don't have to worry about it moving. Additionally, I have crochet hooks, and I have knitting needles, and I have awls, and I have scissors. It's a lot of stuff. So, yes.
I'm taking selfie.
Let's make a face.
Okay.
You can't take it again. I can make a face on the camera.
I'm going with the GoPro, which is not the best camera for doing this. It's a point of view video camera.
Yes, Caroline, you need to purchase some tulip needles.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
I'm going to regret that right now.
I doubt it, because it's dark out and there's a light source right next to the phone.
Okay.
I mean, I got this lantern right here. That's my light source for studio lighting in the cab of my truck. And yeah, I mean, it's a GoPro, it's a little GoPro camera, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to look like till after, but I'll post it, and it'll be, watch it come out perfectly, and you see Svea going.
I know it's going to be embarrassing.
One more try.
Okay.
We tried.
So, yes. So if you guys ever want any explanation about tulip needles, I can give you some great advice on them. I'm learning a lot about the needlepoint and the cross stitch. I did needlepoint a long time ago when I was a kid. I haven't done needlepoint in a long time, but needlepoint is like really very, very popular. Like there's needlepoint shops popping up everywhere right now, everywhere. People are just going nuts on needlepoint, which I'm really excited about. And also they're using beads in needlepoint, which that's kind of a new thing that I didn't know that people even did. But there's people that do needlepoint and they put beads on every single stitch. It's pretty crazy, cray. So, James, what are you doing?
I changed my lantern to change colors.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Do I look like an alien?
It's just weird because we can barely see you. Like the color is like very muted. I could barely.
I look all purpley right now.
Yeah, your neck looks like fluorescent, like you're in a black light.
I'm in a haunted truck.
Yeah, you look really weird.
Wait, let's get the real reflection going from this thing. It looks all white now.
Yeah. Do you want to share some Do you want me to share some photos from your other stuff?
Let's get it up. Yeah, let's there we go. Let's get it from the river trip, because we only got a few minutes left in the show, and we went through all those freaking awesome photos from Tucson Gem Mineral Show. Okay, folks, river time. I left my phone, which is the camera I use on the river. I left it in my car.
Okay.
So all these photos are from people that share their photos from this trip that I'm using on this to show it. But this was a fun group. It was Troop 451 out of Bermuda Dunes, California. And those are three of the kayaks that went. I was in the red one. That's on Saturday morning last weekend.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready for the next picture.
Let's go to the next one. One of the peaks, we didn't get to our campsite because we had some people were pretty slow in the canoes. That we had 3 kayaks and 5 canoes out there. But it was getting toward dusk and taking the picture. That is a freaking cool picture with just the light trail and everything.
I love all the swirly clouds. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it was absolutely gorgeous. And that's on the Colorado River. And now we go to next one. That is us going through a reed passage. This little reed passage about 3 feet wide that you make a sharp corner to get into a little backwater lake. And what we're doing is we're actually exploring, and I'm showing them an old dock from when the steamships used to come up the Colorado River from the 1850s all the way to the 1890s.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm a nerd out there. I love all that river history. And stern paddle wheelers, folks, yes, they were on the Colorado River. Thinking Huck Finn, stuff like that, river boats. Yes, they were on the Colorado River.
Like the Mark Twain on like the Mark Twain at Disneyland. It's like the big steam-powered paddle boat.
Similar design, but this was specifically designed for the Colorado River. Okay. That's our group. They kind of barged up, the 2 kayaks and some of the scouts out there. It was a girls' trip. We had 5 girls, 2 dads, 3 moms, and then me with two boys from the Boy Scout Venture Crew we were guiding through there. Super fun group. God, they were fun. We had a nacho. Well, I'll wait till we get done with the photos. Next one. That is when we made our campsite on Saturday night at dusk. Yes, we were starting unloading, and somebody goes, "Hey, SpaceX launch." We all look up. We had a beautiful view right there above the ridgeline of the SpaceX launch out of Vandenberg Air Force Base.
That's cool.
That was really cool. Okay, let's go next one. That might be the last one.
Wow.
I love that. That is sites like that on the Colorado River with the desert sunrises. This is sunrise. This is actually somewhat common to get those colors. I have seen this scene so many times and I never get tired of it. I forget to take pictures, but this is the colors and everything. And I love a double horizon photo right there. And I was next to the person when they took this photo early on Sunday morning last weekend. So love a good sunrise or sunset photo. And that the last one. That's our group paddling down the Colorado River. That was taken by the sweep boat. That's the last one in the line. Good lineup, just showing everybody. There was a great trip. That should be the last one, I think. Okay, yeah, that was the last one. Obviously, we're not biking on the river. That would be weird.
There was another photo. Hold on.
There is?
Yeah, there was a photo that I haven't shown yet, which I think you...
Oh, mystery photo.
Yeah, mystery photo.
I downloaded like 5 to 7 for each one just to be able to zip through and get a good representation. We have a couple minutes left. Photo. Come on, say it. Photo. Folks, say it with me. Give Svea pressure. Okay, photo.
You guys are going to love this one. I think that James put this one in on purpose.
You got my curiosity. This is a mystery photo to me also. What we got? Okay, I remember that. When I texted the group, this is the morning we're going to leave Friday. I'm leaving about noon. Everybody else is coming in, leaving mid to late afternoon Friday. And I told everybody, hey, just to know how safe we are, Picacho State Recreation Area has gone 5 days without a velociraptor attack.
Isn't this over by Tucson?
Yeah, it's not supposed to have swirl cactus. When it did Picacho, it probably did Picacho Peak State Park in Arizona, not Picacho State Recreation Area in California. There's 2 mountains or peaks called Picacho, one in California, one more famous in Arizona.
Yeah, that
if you're
one.
A nerd, it's near that one with the only Civil War battle fought in Arizona, or this side of the Mississippi was done.
Yeah.
Only one in the Southwest.
Yes.
So that's the mystery photo. Oh, I forgot about that sucker.
Yeah, that was the mystery photo.
Yeah, so AI took Picacho Peak in Arizona and did that with velociraptors.
Yes, I thought that's kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Definitely. I was going to say, these kids, they decided to have a nacho contest.
Let me see if maybe I missed that picture, because I thought I downloaded all the photos.
You downloaded enough of the good ones.
I don't see anything that looks like nachos.
No, I don't have those. I was just going to tell the story real quick, but it's all good.
Okay, tell us the story.
The kids decided we were supposed. I challenged both groups to have a cook-off using making nachos, but there's this thing called, you use aluminum foil, you put your meat, your veggies in there, you wrap it up, and then you stick it in the coals of a campfire. And the idea was to have them cook the meat or heat it up, the ingredients, and then add the cheese to make what's called foil packed nachos. I invented this. It was one of those times where I'm going, world peace has been declared. I saw world problems. And that's how I came up with that kind of look and that kind of impulse for foil pack nachos. So the kids were supposed to do this. They didn't do the foil packs, but they decided to do the nacho contest. One girl that was going to cook for the troop forgot the cheese. The other kid brought the stuff. He brought the cheese, but not other ingredients. He figures, I'm going to win this thing. I got nacho cheese. So he's got a big plate of chips. He puts on the nachos, goes, I got nacho cheese. The girl in the troop, 451, goes, she got creative. She got like butterscotch, some other dessert toppings, and did the right mix. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be weird. I taste it. I'm like, this is actually really good. I don't know. And butterscotch was in there. And I'm like, huh, it worked. And we said
butterscotch inside the nachos?
As the nacho stuff. Instead of using cheese, she just did like dessert ingredients. And it sounds like a weird pairing, but she did it just the right proportions. That when I tasted, I went, this is actually really good. So the world's coming to an end. A nacho contest was won without nacho cheese. It is possible.
And with that being said, we're going to end the show on that.
Yeah, I know. Mind blown. Everybody's going to go. They're done with the show. They're going to go around going, nacho cheeseless nachos?
Yes.
What crazy world is this? Defy tradition. It's mind blowing. Okay.
Craziness.
With that, we are coming back next week. I want to do a cooking show.
Oh, yeah. We should probably do one.
I want to do a cooking show.
Yeah, probably should.
We'll talk about it during the week, but do you seriously, should we have a contest on dessert nachos?
I guess we could figure something out.
Yeah, we got a week.
Yeah.
So, folks, next Friday, we're going to do a cooking show, and it'll end with, we're going to experiment through the week. I know I'm going to get creative on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Dessert nachos.
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Sabea's like, is this going to be another Barbie versus G.I. Joe episode? Good night, folks. That's one way to shut me up. I got people looking at me through the windshield.
Yes.
Audience dance. All right, here we go. Let's do the back and forth.
Ain't he cute?
Yes. Even more. Yes.
Oh, no.